Hey guys, let me show you how to do invisible locks using the invisible twist method. If this is the reason why you clicked on this video, sit down, relax. Let me give you a detailed step-by-step tutorial on how to make invisible locks. We're going to make the pickable style on invisible lock, and this wine is going to be at the back and the black will be at the front. I'm going to be using two strands to make one of the twist. So if you've been wanting to make invisible locks, now is the time. Pay attention to the video. It's going to be a very detailed tutorial, and you can learn the easiest and fast way to make the invisible locks. So firstly, the hair I'm actually working with is a natural hair. So with invisible locks, it look easier and simpler when you are using a relaxed hair or a permed hair, I will call it. So I like to first apply gel on the hair. Since it's a natural hair, I want it to look silky. So I have to apply gel to it, comb it, and then part it. Depends on the kind of part that you want or your client wants. Sometimes you have a slant cut, but this is exactly what my client want. That's what I'm doing, a straight part in the middle. And what I notice also is that if you make the twist bigger, like a more bigger twist, you be able to see the style more than when you make it small as what I have right now. So pay attention to my fingers. What I am doing, one thing I notice people miss on this twist when you are twisting the natural hair is the direction you twist it to. Now, what I'm doing, I'm twisting to the right direction, my right hand side. So some people, you will notice that some twist right and then they twist left on the other hand, and by the time they want to twist it together, like put the strand of the extension together to twist it, which I will show you guys in a bit, it becomes difficult because you actually twisted one the wrong way. So when you try to put the two already twist hair together, you notice that one of the twist hair is getting unraveled by itself because you actually twist it the wrong way from the root. Did I explain that better? Please let me know in the comment section if that's a good explanation. Yeah, so I'm going to show you guys in a bit what I'm talking about. So see me twisting the other side of the hair. What I did, I twist the both hair to the right hand side. So by the time I twist, depends on where you twist to, if you twist to right or if you twist to left. So because the way I twist is easier for me to twist one-sided, like right-sided. So when I pull the two strand of hair together, it doesn't unravel when I try to twist the natural two strand of hair before applying the extension to it, if that makes sense. And what I notice, if you twist the natural hair before adding the extension, it's easy for you to like flip the hair about, and it makes it feel as if it's actually a knotless braid you made. So you can easily flip the hair. You can easily work with different parts. From the beginning of the video, you see how the hair look. I could easily flip it anywhere, any part I want to add to it. So just pay attention to what I am doing. After adding the extension, the next extension, I'm using two strand of extension, but the first one I'm going to use it to twist from the beginning, and the next one I'm going to add a little strand of coily extension because that's what my client wants, and add it to the extension I'm adding to the braid, to the twist, if that makes sense. So I've just added it to it. So I hold the coily extension and the kinky extension together to twist at once so that I don't add the coily extension separately and then add the kinky extension separately, if that makes sense. So with this, you'll be able to secure the coily extension that you added to it very well. So that's exactly what I'm doing. So when I twist downward a little bit, I take a strand of the coily hair out of it, and then I twist down, and then I take the next strand of the coily hair, just to make sure that this coily hair is actually sitting in the twist very well. You know, when you make twists, it's not always like braid. If you make any mistake, you just be surprised that that coily extension might be falling out, or it will make the twist not to look neat. But with this, you will get a perfect neat twist, if that actually makes sense. So using two kinky extension and using one first before using the other one, it makes it really look like a knotless braid. Seriously, it means it looks like tiny from the bottom, from the root, and when it's going up, it becomes a little bit bigger. Now I want you guys to pay attention to the end, how I lock the end. I've made a braid like this before when I get a lot of comments about how to lock the end. So just pay attention to what I'm doing right now. If you don't get this right, on the next one I'm going to lock the end, you're going to understand what I am doing, because I think I explain more on that on the next one. So what I do is just gauge the length that I actually want, measure with the other length, and then I fold it up and then start rolling it up. With this, when you roll it up, you always have a tiny strand of air at the end, what I'm just flipping around now. When you flip that around, it's very, very easy for your lock to be very secured. And roll your hand just the way I'm doing right now. Roll your hand through the lock, and seriously, by the time you carry this hair and when you are ready to take it off, it will not unravel. It will stay like this as long as you want. Seriously, it's properly and well secured. You could see how I've done the other one. So that's like, it look quite the same, and you can see from the bottom it actually look like a knotless braid. It doesn't look like a twist, because I twist the natural hair, add one extension, and then add another one. So I make it feel as if I'm actually making a knotless braid, if that makes sense. So pay attention to this one I'm going to fold at the bottom right now. You fold it to the length that you actually want, then hold it at the bottom and start twisting round, just as if you're threading. I don't know how to explain that, but just start flipping the hair round the braids upwards, and you will get a very, very secured and knot. When you get to the top, that little tiny strand that is just stretching right there, that's what you're going to use to secure the end. Make sure you roll it into the twist very well to secure that knot very well. When you roll it, when you've exhaust the extension, the tiny extension that you're actually rolling on that twist, then you put your hand together just like I did on the first one. You twist it, just rub your hand through it. You see how it look? Rub your hand through it. Now you've actually locked it, you've secured it very, very well. So this is the easiest way to actually make an invisible locks. If you've not done it before, try this. I bet you're going to love it. So let me know in the comment section, do you think this tutorial is detailed enough? Do you guys understand all I've been saying? Please let me know in the comment section. And if you're seeing my video for the very first time, please do me a favor by hitting the subscribe button, press on the notification bell for you to be notified whenever I upload a new video. I do upload new videos every week, so you can see how easily I could flip the hair. Did I mention that the back is the peekaboo style, the colored at the back and the black on top? So your take home should be how you start twisting the natural hair, how you start adding the extension. That will give you a perfect invisible lock if you want your invisible lock to be perfect. So hope this tutorial has helped you guys. Let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much guys for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye bye.